find ourselves on the home page. This is what shows up when you first sign into Ledgy. As you can see, the default is the companies page. So this would show the companies to which you have either owner, viewer, or admin access. If you go here, you also see any pending invitations you might have. So when a company invites you to Ledgy on the account that on the email account that this account is linked to, this would show up here in addition to the email notification you would get. So if you click on the link on the email, the invitation is accepted immediately if you go to this account. If you click on the link in the email and this email is not one that is linked to an account on Ledgy, but you would want to link the company to an already existing account, you can also click on the link, log into your existing account, and then accept the invitation from there. So there's different possibilities. You might want to have multiple emails for multiple accounts on Ledgy, but you might want to have them all on one account. So it's really up to you. You can also see here that we have a signatures page. This is where you would find your pending signatures. So anything that a company has asked you to sign would be here. You click here, you find the document, and then you can sign with our electronic signatures. And then if we get to portfolios, we would see our existing portfolios. So these can be one, usually the default one is my portfolio, which would have your investments, but there's also, you can also organize them differently. For example, for the name of the fund that this investment would be part of. So if we click here, we would then get to our portfolio linked to this fund, right? Here, you would see the number of portfolio companies in this portfolio. You would also be able to add different companies. So this is detailed in the help articles we provided, either the existing company, you can also directly create a new company. You can add an investment manually. So this would be for example, for a company that isn't on Ledgy, but that you would want to keep track of in this portfolio, or you can also invite a company to Ledgy. Then you see the country distribution of your investments, as well as the KPIs of the different companies, the performance of your investments, so how much you invested, the current value, and the resulting multiple. And then you would also see portfolio investment and value history. These things on the dashboard are also the same things that are on this left side menu. And here, as you can see, we have a little bit more things, but this is what is there. So if we click on performance, as I said before, you would see the invested amount, current value, resulting multiple, and then you can see this broken down into different companies to see the amount you invested, the ownership percentage, and other data. Here you can also add a company like before, and you can also export this to Excel. Now, if we click on this, with this we can go to the company. We can also do the same things as in the left side menu for this specific company. And you can also message the company, change the status of the company to write-off, IPO, trade sale, or create a different investment status. You can also move the company to another portfolio, so you can create a different portfolio, or you can choose one that's already created. And you can also remove it from the portfolio. So this is available for all of the different companies that you would go to. And as I said before, you can go to, for example, the KPIs for this specific company here. Now here we don't actually have any KPIs for this company in the demo data, but if you would want to see different companies, you can also just click on them and see the different KPIs. And another interesting thing is if you click on this left side menu of KPIs, you would then see our KPI dashboard. Here, you can see the different KPIs for the different companies that have shared their KPIs with you and compare them, which is also very nice. And then you can also click on the company, see their KPIs, like we said before. Here, there's also custom KPIs that you could see. And again, you can filter them however you want, or you could choose the company's KPIs that you would want to see. Next, we have reports. So here you could see the reports that are published for the company that you would want. Here we don't have any for Swiss Combinator, but if we go, for example, to selecttable.ie, you would see this investor update from January. You can click on that, see the report. Usually also includes KPIs. And that is the report that you would see. And then we also have the history. So here we have the performance history of the same company that we were on before. So we have the performance history and the transaction history. Here you would see all of the transactions that would either affect your stake, so things like a share increase or a transfer or something like that, and things that would affect the value of your stake, so valuation, stock splits, things like that. If you want to see overall, you can just click close, and you would see all of these for all the different companies. So here you can see Select Table, Swiss Combinator, Angel Calc, the different companies and the different transaction histories. And again, you can filter by company like we did before. And then if we move on to documents, we can see all the documents that we have. They're organized in this folder, and we can also filter them by document name. So here we only have one document available, but it could be that you have a lot of documents that have been shared with you, so you would want to filter them by name. And that's about it. And that is it for the portfolio side. Now, another interesting thing, as we said before, is if you go here and you want to go to the company. So you can click here, go to the company, and here you would be able to see the most important part, which is the cap table. So if you click on cap table, you would be able to see the cap table up until today. So the different percentages that people hold, the valuation of the company, the number of shares. You can also turn this into fully diluted and see how it changes. You can filter it by different groups. And you can also filter it by different dates. So here we don't have any different dates, but in the case that you would have different dates, say for example, different rounds, say for example, seed, pre-seed, series A, things like that, you would be able to filter that like that. And then here you also have the documents, the data room. The different documents would be organized in these different folders. And you would also see something that is useful, but that you only see as an admin or an owner, is scenarios. So if you go to scenarios, you would see this. You would be able to construct a scenario that would build on top of your last cap table. And then you can also create different rounds in the scenario that would build on top of each other. So you could create a target round size, say 100,000, which is, or a million. And then you would be able to add different investments and see the resulting cap table and how it would be different from your old cap table. And then you can build things on top of that, and you can share this deal with other people. Again, this is only if you have admin or owner access. And then we also have the exit modeling, which you can see here. So yeah, if you click on Ledgy, you would go back to your homepage. And we're back where we started. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.